Hi, this is Mindy's Opinion, and today we're going to talk about a news story that I saw on CNN today, a big story about a little girl who got in trouble because she used the word God in a school project, and she was told, of course, that she couldn't use the word God in a school project. She got in trouble as a result of using the word God in her school project, which of course is ironic. If you've actually checked out some of my other videos, you'll find out that I am the mother of a 7th grader who goes to Centennial Middle School in Spokane, Washington, and I did a video about the fact that there's a chapter in her world history book that covers Islam, and in that book it talks about Muhammad and how when he was 40 years of age, he went into a cave where he heard the voice of God through an angel telling him that God was the one true God, this is the Muslim God, was the one true God, and that Muhammad was a prophet of God. And, goes on to, describe the Muslim religion, blah, blah, blah. Well, let me tell you that God is, the word God is used about a dozen other times in reference to the Muslim God. It also goes on to educate our children in the 5 pillars of the Muslim religion. Now, as you'll see from my other video, if you want to check it out, I was pretty angry and pretty hostile over the fact that there's supposed to be a separation of church and state, and if anybody brings up the Christian God in any reference point on school grounds, as this little girl found out when she innocently used the word God in her project and got into all this trouble, and now it's become a news story, just for using the simple word of God. She's in all this trouble. Her project, she couldn't use the project, got in trouble with her teachers, got in trouble with the school. All of this, is going on, while at the same time, in our 7th grade world history textbooks, the Muslim God is all over the place. In fact, he's being taught to our 7th graders as we speak. Apparently, the Muslim God is allowed through the school doors. Apparently, the separation of church and state doesn't apply to the Muslim God. We can talk about him all we want on school grounds. Heck, the 5 pillars of the Muslim religion, that's teachable on school grounds. We just can't have Christianity on school grounds. Now, this speaks to me about, as it's prejudiced, discrimination. Why no one has thought to sue the school district for discrimination is beyond me, because I don't know how it's illegal to have the Christian God on school campuses, but legal to have the Muslim God. I don't know how that's possible. All I know is that this little girl got into a world of trouble because she talked about the Christian God, or wrote God on a single project paper, just one little word, God, in reference to the Christian God, and she got in a world of trouble with her teachers in school for that, while the Muslim God is taught in our 7th grade world history books. Somebody needs to question exactly what's going on here, because this whole church separation of church and state, I think that they need to define the guidelines a little bit, because I thought it applied to all religions, but now I think it only applies to Christianity. It looks like only Christianity is banned from school grounds. Everybody else's is fine. Or is it that everybody else is banned, just the Muslim God is okay on school grounds? And if that's the case, then when did Americans agree upon this? Because I vote in every election, and I don't remember ever voting this in. Now, maybe I've got amnesia, maybe the rest of you voted on this, but I vote in every election, and I usually read my ballot pretty clearly, and, somehow I missed this issue. If that's the case, somebody contact me, somebody point this out, what election I missed this in, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't on any ballot. So, again, I think we're covering the wrong news story here, okay? A little girl mentioning God in a project in one place, not the news story. What we should be covering is how the Muslim God got into our world history textbooks of 7th graders. That's what CNN should be covering, not the use of God in one little school project in some umpteen town. It should be covering the bigger story of why our 7th graders are being taught the Muslim religion. Okay? That's all I'm saying.